you. I hope the reconnect screen goes straight to hell. I am so sick of this shit. I am so sick of seeing that screen. Every time I hit live, regardless of how I could be standing directly on top of a cell phone tower, and for some reason it will say reconnecting signal problem. I am so sick of that. Alright, today we're replacing on right here. This is 2005 Nissan Sentra. We have our orders right here. I'm going to show them to you. Alright, it's got a random cylinder misfire. If you listen to AutoZone, you will replace spark plug wires, spark plug coils, spark plugs, but you're going to listen to me. When you get a random cylinder misfire, it affects all cylinders randomly. What does that mean? That means that something that controls all of those cylinders firing is affected. All right, so we had random cylinder misfire P0300. We had an evap code, and we have a VVT code. The VVT code is P011. I'm going to tell you a pro tip. Usually when you get a bunch of DTCs, diagnostic trouble codes, I'm going to tell you a secret. Usually you go to the number that is the least on the list. P011 is where we start, but we don't have to do that if we understand random cylinder misfire. It's not going to be your spark plugs, it's not going to be your coil pack, it's going to be something that feeds variable data into the ECM or the ECU and controls fire order. Since I have a VVT code P011, we're going to replace that. We're going to check our wires first. We're going to look in the connector. We're going to gently tug on it, but it's usually the sensor unless a rat has just jumped in here and gnawed this where you can't see, but you usually see that. We have our tools with us right now. I have with me the Attitude Adjuster 9000, also known as Hit It With Your Purse. I have this. This is what I'm going to be hitting with the purse when I have it mounted about right here if this does not come out. It looks a little rusty, doesn't it? I have a 3/8 and a 10 millimeter. Now what we're going to do first is we're going to reach right here on this bad boy right here, and we're going to pull it out. We're pulling it out today. Yep, that looks pretty good to me. Perfect. A little dirty. It's fine. Looking at our wires, that's fine. Just jiggle, jiggle. Okay, it feels tight to me. Nice and tight. Here we go. All right. So for this, I'm going to try to just push it out. Here we go. Oh, wait, Kurt, wait. Now, we don't need the gun for this necessarily. We just need to get this thing on here. And we may need the extension, because you can see it sitting crooked. Don't do that. Do not sit it on there crooked. Get something where it's straight, because torque plus crooked equals broke bolts. Now you know that's what really breaks them. Now, of course, if you put a big-ass gun on a little bitty bolt and hit it full throttle, it can snap it due to material and stuff. This engine's hot. I have medium-sized gloves on. I need large. You know what they say about big hands. Here we go. Oh, now this thing's going to tap some oil out. And you may have to go right here like this. Take your handy-dandy tool. Watch what you're prying on. Just pry that out of the way very gently. We're just going to pry it on out of the way very gently. There we go. We're going to look at where this thing is contacting when we pry, because you will break things you may need. Now we're going to put this bad boy, we're going to look at it real quick. It looks varnishy. It looks like it's been in there for a while. I don't see no damage. Something in here's messed up. So we have with us our new one. And I'm going to pull it out. I'm going to whip it out. I'm going to show you that you come built in with some dikes. G.I. Joe, Rambo Commando. Since I ain't no litter bug, I'm gonna pick that up. That was for comedy effect. There we go. Now hold on 1 second. Let me pull it out. There we go. All right, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this new one and we're gonna inspect it a little bit. We're gonna jiggle on that, just push on, it's tight. We're gonna look at that, that's good. We're gonna get this before it sits on the manifold and we got a wildfire. We don't need none of those in the state of Nevada. All right, we're looking at it. Everything looks good from my house. We're gonna come up here, and before we whip this bad boy in there, we're just gonna hold them up side by side. This looks the same to me. This got a little bit of an improvement on it. Nope, no it don't. It's the same thing, I just couldn't see the top of that one. This is nice and clean. Now we're gonna go in here, and really, honestly, I'm gonna show you a pro tip real quick. I'm gonna put my solenoid right there. I'm gonna stick my finger in here, get that nice and oily, and then right here on this O-ring, right here on that O-ring, we're gonna slather some oil on that bad boy. I'm gonna tell you something. They say that oil over time, petroleum eats these O-rings, but that's gonna take years. Thing's probably gonna go bad before that thing starts leaking. So then we're gonna grab this. It looks good from my house again. I didn't get no oil in there. I'll move that out of the way. All right, and we're gonna ram that. Ooh, she moaned when she went in there, Billy Badass. All right, that's the newest looking thing on this old ass car. All right, here we go, here we go. We're gonna start that. I'm gonna thread that thing all the way down. All right, she's on there. Now we're gonna take our harness, and we're not gonna get no oil on that pigtail, that connector, and click, it's clicked. Now I'm gonna go get an extension. And this right here is garbage. I'm gonna throw this away. Make sure you don't leave it up someplace. I'll get my extension out of my handy dandy technological mechanical wizard wardrobe back here. There we go. And we have with us the magic straightener. That will make this straight enough to work. Now hold on 1 second, I gotta put the phone down. All right. Click, click, click. Swap it over to on your ratchet. Don't forget that part where you put it to on, where it goes righty-tighty, not lefty-loosey. All right, now put that socket on there. Ooh, she slipped right on there. And that's a little bolt. I don't see it. You look at this. I got all this wrench I can use, but I'm going to pretty much grab it down here so I don't have all that leverage. And we're going to, there we go. One more. And we'll grab up here and we just, fantastic. Not too hard, you will break it. And that's our VVT solenoid. Now we're going to put our trash up, our tools up, and we're going to throw our trash in a trash can. And that is how we fix our car, our 2005 Nissan Sentra with the 1.8 liter engine. That is how we fix our VVT solenoid. Thanks for watching. Hope everything